where we give you real talk between real sisters.
Hey Step Siblings, I'm Corrine.
And I'm Kayla.
And you're listening to Between Sisters, where we give you real thoughts between real sisters and find the lesson and all the movies, books, TV shows, music, and all that in between.
Mm-hmm.
Today our topic was inspired by the show Love Story, the JFK and Carolyn Bessette story. We watched it on Hulu.
Yeah.
Today was the season finale. And we're going to talk about it. Now, going into this was interesting because I didn't know them. I had never heard of their story or anything like that. And I saw someone say in a clip from the Upstairs Neighbor podcast, they were like, I love watching shows that are talking about historical eras, but I don't know what happened. And he was like, at the first time, so it's like tea to me, even though everyone knows. And he was like, he was watching the O.J. Simpson story, and he said, the glove didn't fit. And I was like, that is so funny.
That's funny, but it's true. I love watching historical things, but I don't know.
Yeah,
because it literally is tea. I didn't know anything about.
And then you start to like research.
Yeah, research, and in some cases you end up really falling in love with these people. You're like, oh my gosh, I see why everyone loved them. But yeah, I didn't know anything about their love story. So
this one has been interesting because there's been kind of like a weird obsession with Carolyn Bessette, and through my research I have seen, and through the show you see,
right,
they had a obsession with her back then, and she didn't want to be, she never did an interview, she didn't want to be photographed, like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, that's kind of crazy how with this people are still equally as obsessed with her.
When you got it, you got it.
And people are like, but it's like she didn't want that. You know what I'm saying? And it's like everyone's kind of upset because now everyone's like, oh my gosh, I need the Carolyn Bessette headband and everything. And they're like, guys, you have to have some originality with your style, because you can't just keep cosplaying as the next girl. Like, you're cosplaying Hailey Bieber. You're cosplaying, what's Sophia Richie. You're cosplay. Like, that was the argument online, that they just keep finding a new girl to cosplay when it's like when it's regular things like wearing a headband,
right? Like
when they were obsessing over Fruit of the Loom tank tops because Kendall Jenner wore a white tank top, and it was
when they were calling it Zoe Kravitz braids, and they were just braids.
So I think like people are also getting frustrated with the whole whoever the new girl is, we're dressing exactly like her, and we just need to find, you can take inspiration from people, but find our personal style along the way. I think that's what everyone is frustrated about. But that was interesting to watch that because I didn't know anything about them or their story or anything. I didn't even know that they passed away in a plane crash, so I didn't know that first scene was them getting on the plane, right? And then it like went back. So that was interesting. So first question, Carolyn. Oh, did I even say what we're inspired by?
No.
Okay, we're talking about. They called Carolyn the Ice Queen. We're talking about the Ice Queen tax. Okay, what does it take from women when you just want your privacy, and what are the consequences of that from the people? Okay, why do we read women's silence as coldness and men's silence as mystery?
Honestly, I think it's just the expectations that we have as women to be warm and to be smiling, and I feel like it comes with that. So when you're not necessarily doing those things, now all of a sudden it's, oh, she's rude or she's standoffish, when I could just be quiet or be private.
When you walk down the street and some man.
I already know what you're gonna
It's
say.
like, smile, baby girl.
The accent. But no, it's that's annoying. It's like,
And it's
smile.
like,
Why you like get out my face?
You too pretty not to be smiling, baby girl.
Yeah, like ew.
Okay, please. That's what the paparazzi was giving to her.
Yeah,
To me, smile, baby girl. I'm gonna smile at you.
right.
I want to go about my day. So I think that I agree. There's like an expectation of women to be in the spotlight, wanting the spotlight, doing the things. Think about now Michelle Obama. Everyone has something to say about Michelle Obama not being at certain events.
Yeah, they do.
She does not have to go to the event. And when she stopped going to certain events and she set that boundary, she was like, I just want my privacy now. I was the first lady for 8 years and everyone was all up in my business and I want my privacy. They started rumors that her and Barack got a divorce.
Yes.
Like,
yes.
oh, he can't go to events by himself now?
Like, it's crazy. But whenever women set boundaries, people will make up their whole story.
Okay. Think about women that you have seen either in your own life or online, whatever, who don't overshare, don't explain themselves, don't perform with warmth constantly, kind of like what I just said with Michelle Obama. How do people talk about them, and how have you talked about women like that before you knew what was going on? I feel like I always come in with mind your business, but also show grace. You don't know what people are going through.
Absolutely.
As long you can be private and not mean, you could be private and not cold, you could be private and not standoffish. I know a lot of people are like that. And even with people we see online, Zendaya, super private about her personal life. She's always warm.
Yeah.
She's always nice. Every time you see her in a video or something, even if she doesn't want to talk to a fan or something, she's kind of like, oh, like, I'm off. And they're like, okay. She's not rude. She's not yelling and screaming. And I feel like
she's a class act.
Right. And I feel like that is an example of someone who people might be like, oh, well, she doesn't talk to us. They always say that she doesn't talk to us. Like, she doesn't have to talk to you.
Yeah.
They say that about Beyonce too. She doesn't talk to us. Why do I have to constantly be online? Are you constantly online updating me about your every move in your life? No.
Honestly, I think that, and I don't know if this is a hot take, but I think that more celebrities should be kind of private. Like, when I know too much about a celebrity, I start to feel like I wish I didn't even know half of this stuff. I don't like it. I don't like being in that much of the business.
And you have to think, if you and your man were together and everyone in America was like, you need to get on this interview and tell us everything about you and your man, what would you say?
Like,
no, really
what would
think
you
about that.
Yeah.
It doesn't even seem normal.
And it's not normal, because I think what people forget is just because people are celebrities, that's their job. Like, it's the same thing as, like, if you went to work, you're not telling everyone at work what you're going through, like there should be boundaries. Like, there literally should be boundaries. I should not know everything that's going on in your life.
I cannot imagine somebody coming up like, you need to lay it all out there. What's up with you and your man? We took pictures of y'all fighting in the park the other day. What's up? What was that argument about? Huh?
None of your business.
Mind you, this is 8:00 primetime news.
Right.
What? Everybody tuned in. No, this is not Jerry
And everyone
Springer.
feels like they're entitled to know. That's the crazy thing.
Right. Everyone feels entitled to know. They're buzzword right now, I know. Parasocial.
Oh.
It's such a buzzword. Everyone's like, parasocial. Like, please. One person says one thing one time. And it's like, if you please use that in a normal context. You don't have to use it for everything. Anyway. Parasocial. Some people are very parasocial. Even I always think that when people are fighting over fan bases or
Yeah.
or when someone has an accomplishment and then they bring up someone else from their past. How weird are you? They're like, oh, someone will have an accomplishment, right? And people remember they used to be friends with another person, another celebrity or something, and they fell out. Said celebrity has success. They'll be like, oh, I bet you such and such is mad right now. Why would they be mad?
Yeah. Why?
Y'all are so weird. I saw a lot of people doing that about the Oscars.
Yeah.
And I'm like, y'all are so weird.
It happens
people
all the
live
time.
their
It's like
life?
like I feel like the drama in the beef and all of that, it lasts as long as it does sometimes because of the fans and people online, because it's probably not even that deep in real life.
Yeah.
And they're not even thinking about each other, and you guys are still dragging this on.
Ciao. There's a whole culture right now of radical transparency, oversharing, posting everything, explaining your thoughts publicly and your choices publicly. Do you think we've gotten better about respecting women who choose privacy, or we've just moved the performance online? For me, with this, I feel like we do still judge women online who you don't like, who respect their privacy and want you to respect their privacy, because everyone online now, but now it's masked, and they're trying to act like they're girls about it by saying, well, you're just not relatable anymore.
Okay, I see where you're going.
I have to show you every aspect of my life. You want people to be online crying and like, I messed up something that I really love, so they could be relatable to you? No, you just want to be in their business, and you're mad they're not oversharing all the bad stuff that's going on. You only see their nice morning routine. You're not relatable anymore. No one can do that morning routine. I can. So someone can. And it's my morning routine. And if you don't want to see it, don't watch it.
Right. Don't follow me. Simple as that.
So that's how I feel people are still doing this, but reframing it to act like they're for the people. By saying, oh, we're relatable. You're not relatable.
I don't know. I feel like in some ways we're getting a little better, just because, I do see a lot of other women, they'll stick up for people, women online who are like, I'm just private. There are some things I'm going to have this boundary and I'm going to keep it that way. And I do see other women coming and standing up for them, and they can build community in that way. I think it's also just being selective with your community. If you don't want to see that, I know some people, their block list is extensive and they don't play about it. So building your community and who you want to, what you want to see, I think that's really important on just keeping those boundaries and not having that negativity of she's negative or she's rude. It's like, no, my people understand me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Have you ever been cold, distant, or difficult?
Yeah.
Have you ever been called cold, distant, or difficult for having a boundary? You know what? I have heard people say, I thought you were going to be mean before I met you. I don't know if that qualifies as this question, but I have people say that. And I don't know why. Someone told me it was because I was conventionally attractive. Whatever. That I didn't get that.
Yeah.
I just think that when you're kind of quiet, and if you're just sitting there, because I'm like, if I'm out and I'm sitting there, I'm chilling. Like, I'm quiet. I'm not doing, you know what I'm saying? So unless I'm engaging with someone actively, I'm like, but isn't that how everyone is? So wouldn't you think everyone is standoffish? If I'm just sitting there cooling, I'm not gonna be like,
yeah, I don't know. I feel like people, do they expect people to sit there with a smile? I don't know.
I'm like, I'm just chilling.
Yeah, I know for me, the only time I've gotten something like that, I'm not the best with like texting. Like I can go, a few days without texting you. I don't necessarily need to text you every day. So I can see where people are like, oh, like, are you being standoffish? It's like, no, I just, I don't need to text you every day. Or we can, if you want to do that, I guess. But it's like, I don't necessarily have to do that. And that doesn't change how I feel about you or our friendship or, whatever relationship it is. It's just, I don't necessarily need to talk to you every day.
I feel like as a kid, I was like a super big texter.
Yeah.
Like when I was younger. And now I'm more into FaceTime. I'll just call you. I'm more into that. If we're busy, obviously, then it's a text.
Right.
But there are certain things that I'm just not going to talk about over text. Like younger people, and when I was younger, I mean, I'm still young, but when I was a kid, I would I could text paragraphs,
yes,
discussing things,
Oh my
doing
gosh.
thing. Like I'm not doing that now. Like I will just
no.
If we have something to talk about and it's going to take paragraphs to talk about, we're just going to call each other. And if we can't do it right now, we'll call each other later. I've even had friends like, can we schedule a FaceTime call in the next 3 days? Yeah. We schedule a FaceTime call sometimes because it's like, I'm not doing all that texting back and forth.
I actually know someone, they schedule calls with their friend. They know like every Wednesday at this time they're going to, have a FaceTime. And I'm like, that's healthy.
Yeah. I have a couple friends that we'll text each other like, let's schedule a FaceTime call in like the next week.
And I'm quick to send like an audio like voice message. If I don't feel like texting the whole thing, I'm just gonna send a little voice message real quick if it's something like that.
Why I don't do those?
I love doing that.
People will send them to me and then I'll send them back. But I've never been the initiator in that. I've never just sent one. I don't know.
No, I love sending a voice message. I think sometimes my friends are like, Kayla, this voice message is 2 minutes long. But it's like, sometimes it's like, I'm not texting all of this. I just need to say this little 2-minute thing. And that's it.
And then I'm going to get annoyed if the voice message is too long.
Because then it's like, just call me. But if
call me.
I feel like 2 minutes is okay. That's just me.
Now I'm sitting there. Then when you're listening to a voice memo and it's so long that the screen go black and it stops and then you got to get back on and then start it over. No, now I don't want to hear it. Whatever you had to say is lost in time. No, I'm just kidding. But you have to keep sitting there clicking it. No, have some etiquette with your voice memos. Okay. If it is more than a minute, let it be a call. Unless it's like something happening in the moment. You're like, oh, look at it. Okay. But even that, I'd rather you video record.
I'm not going to lie. I say a minute, 30 seconds. That to me is like the cutoff. I'm not going to lie.
As soon as that screen starts to go black and I got to sit there and keep clicking it, have some etiquette with your voice. Because I want to listen to it like a podcast. I want to click it on and then put it down, and I can't because I got to keep clicking. So they need to fix that feature, actually. Maybe this is not a consumer problem. Maybe Apple needs to fix that.
Yeah, just fix that.
Okay. Okay, because Carolyn didn't speak to the media, her clothing became her public identity, and her image lives on exclusively through paparazzi photos that have been dissected for fashion inspiration stories. They even kind of made up a persona of her based on how she dressed. So what does it mean that what she wore became the only language that we have for her? And what does that mean within clothing to you? Like, do you feel like you speak through your clothing sometimes?
For her, I feel like because she chose, to be private, people or the paparazzi, they kind of took her clothing and said, we're going to speak for you. Like, we're going to create this personality, this person, this persona, because you're not giving us one. And it was kind of whatever they thought or wanted. And it's kind of crazy because when you think about it, it's like, it's just clothes. Like, it's just clothes.
Well,
like,
what does it mean for you?
For
like,
me?
With the, like, speaking through do you feel like you speak through your clothing?
I don't know if I do personally. I think I just wear what I like. I don't know if I'm speaking through it, but I do what I like.
I feel like at times I speak through my clothing. Sometimes I feel like it depends, though. It's not all the time.
Right.
I feel like sometimes I wear, depending on what I'm doing, I'll wear clothing as like a shield, right? When I'm traveling or like going places, I want to cover myself. I don't want my skin touching too much of the plane. I want to wear like a longer sleeve thing, a jacket over something to have layers.
Right.
If I'm at night, around and about, I will cover myself, kind of like a shield or like an armor. I feel like that is something that I do. I also feel like when I wear certain things in the different seasons, I kind of speak through it. Like when I have on like a flowy dress in the summer, like I'm feeling whimsy and pretty. Like, I don't know. Sometimes I'd like to dress to my mood. Not all the time, but I like to dress to my mood sometimes. And that, I guess, is language.
In a way, yeah, it is. It is. So
I feel like I do that, but I definitely feel like sometimes, and I feel like a lot of women do that when sometimes you wear clothing as like an armor.
Then in a way, that's almost like, it feels like hiding, because when I'm thinking about an armor, it kind of feels like you're hiding something.
Well, I'm hiding my skin.
Yeah, that's true.
Absolutely.
But I think also if you're wearing something as a shield or thinking, okay, I'm gonna, do like a clean girl look or wear less colors, I want to not be seen. That's what I think about it. You know what I mean? I'm gonna keep it minimalistic because I want to cause less attention. I don't want to draw attention to myself. Like, that's kind of how I think about it.
Well, when I say shield, I mean I am not wearing something revealing on a subway.
Right.
I am wearing, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, that's what I'm saying. Like,
right.
when I wear when I'm putting on something like as a shield, as an armor, like, that's what I'm saying. I feel like clean girl and wanting to blend in to the background and just be one of the things. I definitely see that. I see that not trying to stand out. I also feel like you can even see if you have like a lot on and you're trying to stand out, maybe that being a language of trying to be different. Or even it could be two ways. It could be trying to be different. It could be expressing maybe I'm one of one. Maybe it could be a cry for help. It could be like so many different things. So I feel like people trying to figure out Carolyn through her clothes, it's not going to work, because we just said 5 different things that one outfit could have said.
Right.
You don't know what they're trying to say with that dang outfit. You don't know them, and you don't know what they were saying to me. Okay. There was we kind of touched on this. There was a very public argument that was caught on camera in Washington Square Park between JFK Jr. and Carolyn Bessette. Have you ever had a moment that you felt as though was a private moment and became public and you were irritated with it?
Honestly, no. The only thing I can think of, which is kind of funny, is obviously it's not on the same scale, but when you do something when you're younger and you do something in the house and then your mom gets on the phone and she's telling other people, it's a way smaller scale, but that's what I will think of.
I always see TikToks about that.
Yeah, that used to annoy the crap out of me, but that's kind of what I think of. I think now as an adult, I'm pretty good with keeping what I want private, and whatever I want to be public. I think I have a good way of setting those boundaries, thankfully. But yeah, what about you?
Not anything bad like that.
Yeah.
Which is, I'm like, why do you think she didn't want to talk to y'all?
Right. Look at how you acted.
Look at how you act. No. But I do remember I was just talking about this the other day. one time my friends and I were, in the house, drinking wine, having a good time. We had a couple glasses of wine later. We decide, oh my gosh, let's put on the movie Homecoming by Beyonce.
Mm-hmm.
We put on the movie. Immediately, everyone, without talking, which was like really weird, gets up and starts to perform. Everyone knew the choreography. Nobody had ever discussed this before, ever. We just all knew it. When I tell you everyone was in lines doing formation change, it was weird. We did the whole movie, 2.5 hours, okay? Screaming, singing. Everyone knew the arrangements. Everyone knew which song was next flowing into it. It was just very funny. The next morning, the neighbors, which was like, it was all people our age in this building. So it was like people we knew. Our neighbors texted and was like, oh, y'all had a good time last night singing at Beyonce. Oh my gosh. We were like, we probably sounded crazy. Then they sent a video.
Oh my gosh.
Of us screaming and hollering. We didn't even think we was that loud. Yeah, it was really embarrassing.
That must be how celebrities feel. Like they wake up in the morning and they're all over the tabloids, and you're like, oh, okay.
Hey, how y'all doing? So never that. And I feel like that's crazy.
That reminds me of, did you see the video? They had Ice Spice on her birthday, like walking out of the club. And I was like, leave her alone. Because she was kind of stumbling a little bit. I'm like, she was just having a good time. It was her birthday. She was at the club.
Yeah.
Like, chill.
Oh my gosh, I didn't see that. Okay. We talk about green flags and red flags in relationships. What about incompatibility of exposure? What do you think will happen? Like, okay, say one person in the relationship, and y'all are in the relationship, y'all locked in.
Right, yeah.
And then one person is like, I think we should start a YouTube couple channel and like put all our vlog, all our stuff, put all our business, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And the other person is like, I don't want people into our business and seeing what's going on. What you think about that?
With that specific example, that would never work. That's too much. That putting your relationship online in that way.
I'm not asking
I know about
your opinion. I'm saying, how do you think that will go?
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying I don't think it would work. That would not work. But I do think there are people who have relationships where one person is in the spotlight and their partner isn't, and it works out perfectly fine. They probably have those private conversations, where they discuss boundaries. What do they feel comfortable with? Maybe I can go on the red carpet with you, but I'm not going to speak in the interviews. You know what I'm saying? Like they have whatever system. And I think it works. You see a lot of people who they're stars. These are mega stars and we know nothing about their partner.
Right.
And they're happy.
Or maybe if you want to start a YouTube channel, you do your YouTube channel by yourself and have your stuff in it, and don't speak about me.
Right.
And what I got going on. If I'm around, I understand you're recording this, that, and the third, but don't have it where we are the topic.
The topic, right. Yeah.
So I could see that. Some people, I mean, it just depends on the person. Some people might be like, okay, yeah, that's reasonable. That's a compromise, which, things are going to be a compromise in life.
Yeah.
That's a compromise. That's cool. And then you could probably get someone who's like, I don't want to be with you no more.
If it comes down to that,
that wasn't right.
I feel like it only comes down to that when there's no compromising, where it's like, you know what, I'm still going to do this and I'm going to talk about my entire relationship on here. It's like, whoa, I just like chill out.
Yeah. I feel like they were, but there's probably still, okay. Searches for Carolyn Bessette increased over 9,100%. After the show.
That's crazy.
A whole new generation is like talking about her now. Some people are like obsessed with her.
Yeah.
Everyone is like, Carolyn Bessette inspired looks. Like they're fiending. Okay. What do you think in the climate of 2026, would the internet be kinder to her or someone like her, or just louder and faster?
Honestly, I feel like it would be louder and faster. We have even more access than we did back then, and they were already going crazy then. So we have even more access now. They would be going crazy.
And you see how people treat people now.
Yeah.
Look how they treated Meghan Markle.
Right.
What did she ever do to you? Nothing.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't do anything. She didn't say anything problematic.
Nope.
She didn't offend anyone. She literally did nothing but get married.
That's it. Yeah. So it would be a mess.
So I agree with that.
Yeah.
Because you have to look at anything that the girls do, and then they love you and then they hate you, right?
Yeah.
Hailey Bieber. If we're talking about the whole, because that was kind of the progression of that archetype of a person, like that archetype meaning the style, like the clean girl.
Yeah.
Da, da, da. Even though I don't think Carolyn is like if it's in the clean girl aesthetic, it's the clean girl aesthetic hype train that has jumped on her, so that's why it's looped in.
Yeah.
Okay. Hailey Bieber. They attacked Hailey Bieber day in and day out every day. I was seeing 30-minute TikToks, 17-part TikToks dissecting Hailey Bieber and how all of this stuff and how they didn't like her and this, that, and the third.
Yeah.
The very next flip, they were like, Rode is iconic. Those
I was about to say,
those
y'all have your
phone
Rode,
cases. Y'all got
y'all
Rode.
have the Rode.
It's like they
I'm
love
not
you and then
gonna
they
lie.
hate you.
Yeah.
So I feel like that is exactly what they would do with
For
her.
sure. For sure.
Even think of I hate to always bring it back to Beyonce. But okay. Everyone is going about their lives, doing their things, even though there's so much going on in the world right now and it's crazy. Everyone is still going day by day by day.
Yeah.
A bunch of people have businesses, a bunch of big conglomerate businesses are putting stuff out, this, that, and the third. Everyone is dropping new things to buy and new products every day. Everyone. Big companies, small businesses, even though stuff is going on, like people are still actively like, working.
Yeah.
Beyonce dropped a Valentine's Day line. They said, "How dare you?" I said, "Are you seriously dropping products in this economy? You don't care about people. People have no money to give you right now. The economy is bad. There's something happening. Like these countries are fighting. This, that, and the third. Why would you ever drop a line, you don't care about this world and you suck?" And then I was like, I mean, you've said that about no one else. Everyone is still working.
I mean, sometimes they do say that about some people. Like they pick and choose. It's picking and choosing. That's what it is. And honestly, to me, if you can pick and choose who you want to put that label on, you should be able to pick and choose what you want to buy. Just because someone drops something doesn't mean you have to buy it. And so it doesn't even make sense.
And then they talked about Beyonce day in and day out, mind you. Everyone else was still dropping what they were dropping, right? And nobody had anything to say, right? Mm-hmm. The next day, it was sold out in 1 minute. I'm like, y'all flip and flop. Mm-hmm. Think about Hanifa.
Yeah.
Hanifa is a fashion brand. The owner, Hanifa, just announced that she will be taking a pause after a big thing happened with her Black Friday sale. And then it was supposed to be a pre-sale, I think. And then it took about 2 months longer than it said it would to get there. It was something with the production and everything, and people were going crazy and talking down on her. Oh my gosh, the think pieces were terrible. Like, some people were mad because they were like, I want my money back. You know, I shouldn't have to wait this long.
Course.
Some people were like, well, this is why you should never, someone had to you should never put your stuff on sale, because then all the people who really can't afford it will buy it, and then you get this type of consumer base. And people were like, that was weird of you.
That was very weird, actually. Okay.
And then it was just like so many weird takes, but everyone was just trashing Hanifa, right? And
yeah.
like, not everyone, but a lot of people were trashing Hanifa, and they were like, you shouldn't do this if you can't handle it. You should stop scaling if you can't handle it. Mind you, something happened. She communicated what happened, and everyone was able to get their stuff taken away and squared away. They either got their stuff or they got their refund that they wanted. Like, that, it was not something where you're like, you got scammed. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's a reputable business that's been out for years and years and years and years. She announced that she was taking a pause. After that, everyone, see, this is why you guys gone in here and made all these think pieces, and you need to be more gracious with people. And I'm like, they flip and they flop. So that's what they would do with her today, to me.
Yeah, they would. She would wear a new headband, and all of a sudden she's everyone's favorite again.
Okay.
Like,
that new headband, she would probably have a headband line.
yeah, she probably would have a headband line.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. Because even the store she used to shop at in New York, they said that it is so packed in there to get these headbands and claw clips. It's like lines down the block. It's packed shoulder to shoulder. Everyone grabbing all the headbands and claw clips.
Wow.
I saw a video of a TikTok.
Let
I
me
was
get a
like,
claw clip.
dang.
No,
right. I was like, let me get up there and get a
yeah,
claw
let me get
clip.
a claw
I do like a
clip.
little claw clip.
I do. I love a good claw clip.
Let's see what y'all talking about.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to take this moment to do our segment, Sister Sound Off. That's where we pause the seconds for 30 seconds to speak our minds. Kayla, you can start. And we're going to put 30 seconds on the clock and go.
Okay, so I'm using this time to speak about a fictional ice queen, Miranda Presley. The Devil Wears Prada. Obviously, you know, she had that reputation. She was mean. She was hard to work with. She was scary, you know, whatever. When really, she just set boundaries and she was doing her job. She had to be respected in that industry, and she had to set the standard. So really, was she an ice queen, or was she just doing her job, doing it well, and not letting anyone walk over her?
I'm going to disagree with you. Miranda Presley was mean. She was downright mean. Okay. That she did not even care to learn anyone's name. She just continued to call every assistant Emily. That lady was mean.
Listen, you had to prove yourself. No, that's me. But
now that, no, I agree. We could agree to disagree.
I think listen,
Miranda
she had to be a little mean to do what she had to do.
She did not have to be that mean to do what she had to do. Okay. She had them girls running through that office scared to even blink. That's not someone you want to work for.
No. But they didn't play with her, though. I'll give her that.
We're going to agree this. Okay. Even though we love The Devil Wears Prada, it's one of our favorite movies. And we're so excited for number 2. Oh, yes. Stay tuned. Make sure to subscribe and follow for that episode. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I will go next. 30 seconds on the clock. My sister sound off kind of goes along with hers because I want to talk about how there is a difference between setting boundaries, being a boss, being that girl, stop, don't talk to me, and being rude and being nasty and being not a good person and not a good buzzword, girls. So stop acting like you are putting boundaries on something when really you're just being mean. People are now using boundaries as an excuse to be mean. Sorry, boundaries.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to be mean. Being kind will take you so far. I love kind people.
Yeah.
Stop being mean. I feel like there's a lot of people being mean. Even if you people who feel like they're successful now, right?
Yeah.
And they kind of treat everyone else like children. Have you ever met someone really successful and they talk to you like a child?
Like a child. Like, why are you talking down at people?
Like, hi.
Right.
Wow. Very nice. Glad to meet you. Like, just speak normally.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's my sister sound off for today. Be kind. Gosh.
Be kind.
I'll say it every day.
And you're not bigger than the program. You're not bigger than the program.
And
that's it.
Is how Sue sees it. Remember that from Glee?
Yeah. I was like, where do I Glee?
I need to do a Glee episode.
Glee. Yeah, I'm like, I want to rewatch.
Okay, we need to do Glee. Let us know down in the comments if we should do Glee.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for watching today's episode. Let us know if you watched this show and let us know what you thought about it, what you think about the whole Ice Queen label that they gave Carolyn, and do you think that is still going on today? Tell us in the comments. We want to talk to you. We want to talk back. So please get active down there. Don't forget to like this video and make sure you subscribe to us here on YouTube and here on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. We'll see you next time. Bye.